An interesting Conference League fixture in prospect today as the Oxford Silver Machine Academy are the visitors to take on the Dale Devils at Armadale, and Oxford certainly one of the strongest looking sides around, although Chris Mills hasn't made the trip and they'll be using rider replacement for him. In this opening race, Matt Wethers rides from gate number 1. In gate 2 it's Chris Schramm who's rider replacement for Mills. In gate 3 Gary Beaton, and Jason Hewitt rides from gate 4. Schramm, of course, a good man at Premier League level, and he's gone ahead of Wethers there as they sweep into the first turn. Wethers though out of the second corner stronger, and he goes ahead. And Schramm has locked up there, and Gary Beaton couldn't avoid clipping him. And that one stopped because Schramm's still on the track, but he'll have to be the man to go there, I would think. So that's a bad start for the Silver Machine Academy. A wasted rider replacement ride for the strong man Chris Schramm. Wethers and Beaton this time go ahead. Well, another exhibition ride for Matthew Wethers. We've had plenty of them here this season in these Dale Devils matches. So we might have some tougher ones up ahead with Craig Branney and Chris Schramm in the opposition. No opposition either here for Gary Beaton as the Dale Devils cruise to an opening 5-1. No trouble there. Gate 2, Sam Martin rides from the inside gate. A wee Aussie. Gate 2 is Andrew Tully. Gate 3, Jamie Courtney, who we've seen here a few times and who in fact broke his leg here last season. And Sean Stoddart rides from gate 4. And Jamie Courtney, too eager there. He's gone back off 15 metres now, and that leaves Martin against Tully and Stoddart. Tully trying to hold out Martin there, but Martin has gone ahead, showing plenty of spirit. Sweeps into the pits corner, and Jamie Courtney's fallen off again. Or fallen off for the first time rather, he touched the tapes last time. Well, big things expected of Jamie, but not in this race. So it's start number 3, and Sam Martin, unfortunately for him, has to try and do it again. He's away quite well, better than Tully. Can Sean Stoddart sweep round him on this first corner? No, he can't. Sam Martin leads again. Showing a very nice style. Stoddart onto his inside line that he likes, trying to put pressure on. Sam Martin's only 15, he's obviously got talent. Once again a dive bomb by Sean Stoddart, but he's not there. And Martin comes out in top. Tully's packed up, so it's a 3-2 to the visitors, who cut one off the advantage. Gate 3, Blair Scott rides from gate number 1. Gate 2 is Danny Norton. Barry Campbell in gate 3, very experienced home pairing, and Craig Branney, who was really perhaps the star man at times last year for the Dale Devils. He represented them in the CLRC last year, and he's gone ahead here, and Blair Scott's come to a halt already. Just trundled into the first corner there, and Branney leads the way. Danny Norton in second. He's been riding at Hull in some Premier League matches this year. Early in the season anyway. Barry Campbell trying to put pressure on Danny Norton. Just slowing too much there and trying to hold the inside line. He's losing ground. Now Campbell's got a chance. Dives hard inside Norton there. Moves him. Oh my goodness. On very nasty crash as the riders seemed to tangle up there. And Campbell got pulled off. Well, heat number 4. Barry Campbell possibly ruled out the meeting. It's Sean Stoddart riding from gate number 1 here. In gate 2, Jamie Courtney will be trying hard to get into the match this time. Gate 3, we have Derek Sneddon, and it's Chris Schramm again from gate 4. So this is an interesting pairing for the visitors, but Derek Sneddon's made a good start. He's held Schramm out there, and has he got round Courtney? Yes, he has. Just made it. Jamie has a style quite reminiscent of his dad. Sneddon's pulled away. What can Sean Stoddart do? He's chasing hard on Courtney, getting close. Shared race, and nothing Sean Stoddart could do from the back, but well done to Derek Sneddon. He needed a good first bend and he got it. Heat 5, Jason Newitt rides from gate 1. Gate 2 is Andrew Tully. He's taking Barry Campbell's place. Danny Norton's the rider replacement for Chris Mills, and Blair Scott comes from gate 4, hopefully with his bike going, and he's gone to the front. And Tully can't hold out Norton. Norton's riding quite nicely there. He's gone through into second spot. Tully trying to fight back. Once again, Tully hits the outside line. Trying the right thing, I think. Blair Scott's well out of the picture. This will level the scores if it finishes as they stand at the moment. Oxford took the lead with that 5-0. That involved Blair Scott, but they've got it back with a 4-2 there. 14 all. Heat 5, Gary Beaton, Chris Schramm, Matt Wethers and Sam Martin. Sam not away well this time. Chris Schramm sweeps into the first corner ahead. Wethers chasing. Schramm's ridden here with Reading, probably other teams as well, at Premier level. And he's holding an advantage of a few lengths over Wethers. Could this be one of Matt Wethers' rare defeats? He'll not take it lying down, he'll be going for it, and he's certainly racing hard. Hasn't really closed the gap yet. Full-blooded effort by both riders. Gary Beaton's got third. Schramm made an error there and he's lifted. And Wethers has got a chance now. He's battling by on the outside. And he's done it. Well, he took advantage of Schramm getting into trouble there and managed to avoid hitting him and went past with great determination. The Dale Devils lead. Heat 7 at Sneddon leading, but here comes Branney, impressive burst on the outside. Danny Norton in third. So things tightening up again. Sneddon chasing hard, almost inside there, but he's down. Just got too tight into the corner and he's hit the deck. So Oxford should take a 5-1 here with Andrew Tully trailing. Craig Branney's second race win. No great surprise about that, given the quality of his riding here last year. Backed up by Danny Norton, who's riding very well. And the Oxford Silver Machine Academy go back in front by 2 points. Heat 8, Jamie Courtney, Sean Stoddart, Sam Martin and Gary Beaton. And Jamie Courtney goes ahead there in great style. Gary Beaton comes through to second. Very reminiscent of Mark Courtney's style there. Tucking in, neat and tidy. Sean Stoddart's taking up the chase. Sam Martin seeing if he can catch Gary Beaton. Looks as though positions will stay unaltered, a shared race, and Oxford hang on to that 2-point advantage. Sam Martin just short at the finish there. Gate 9, Chris Schramm again coming from gate number 1. Gate 2 is Blair Scott. Gate 3, Jamie Courtney, who comes in for Sam Martin here, and Sean Stoddart replaces Barry Campbell. He comes from gate 4. Blair Scott a bit anxious at the start there, and he hasn't made a good one. Schramm's gone ahead, and Jamie Courtney's there as well. And Courtney sweeps round the outside, and Stoddart and Scott attacking Schramm, but the Silver Machine Academy on a 5-1. Blair Scott sweeping wide, and he's up alongside Schramm. He's gone through into second. Bold move by Scott. Now he's setting out after Courtney. Schramm's still in there. Scott again sweeps for the outside. Courtney doing a great job. We've certainly not seen a better Conference League reserve this season, and he's sticking out wide, which will make it awkward for Blair. And Schramm's back there as well, but he almost clatters Blair there. Just hangs on. Last chance for Blair Scott, and Courtney's drifted across. Very good heat and a very good win for Jamie Courtney, and that's doubled the Oxford advantage to 4 points.
Number 9, Jamie Courtney, taking the race where you can do a blank over the first 3 guys across the line. Very tight between Chris Schramm, Blair Scott and Jamie Courtney.
Heat 10, and it's a tough one indeed for the home side today. Craig Branney rides from gate 1 here. 2 wins so far. Gate 2 is Gary Beaton. Gate 3 is Danny Norton, and Matt Wethers comes from the outside. And the home side need a captain's part from him. He's won his first couple of races. But oh my goodness, what a wild first corner by Danny Norton, and Matt Wethers sweeps past Craig Branney to go to the front. Well, that was very much needed. They didn't want to go any further into deficit. A mistake there by Wethers. Branney's closing a bit. They were teammates last year. Not much to choose between them. This year Wethers have been riding at Premier level while Branney's been squeezed out most of the time. Wethers wins an important race. Gary Beaton gets the third after a mistake by Norton, and the gap's cut to 2.
Excellent stuff from Matthew Wethers and Gary Beaton, clawing back deficit to 2 points.
Gate 11, Derek Sneddon rides from gate number 1. Gate 2, Jason Newitt. Gate 3 is Andrew Tully, and Craig Branney rides from gate 4. Sneddon trying to block out Branney, and he has, and he's possibly brought him off there. Very tight. Down also came Andrew Tully there. Second shot, all 4 back. Sneddon again sweeps into Branney's path. Branney waited for it that time and cut back to the inside, and he's gone through. It paid off for him. Sneddon hesitated a bit going up the straight, and Branney leads the way. Sneddon attacking again. Oh, good win by Branney, and that was crucial, and it keeps his team 2 points ahead. A very clever first bend by the former Dale Devil. Heat 12, Andrew Tully, gate 1, gate 2, Jamie Courtney, Sean Stoddart, gate 3, and Danny Norton rides from gate 4. And Danny Norton's poking the tapes there on the outside. And the heat stopped. It's been spotted as Jamie Courtney went ahead. And that could be a vital mistake. Courtney goes off, Norton goes off 15 metres. Jamie Courtney switches. Jamie Courtney comes from gate 2 rather, and he makes a good start. And he's gone ahead of Tully and Stoddart. But can his partner do anything? The way Norton's been riding, he would have fancied him from the gate, and he's fairly close already. Jamie Courtney well clear, he's showing tremendous style. Well, that's Jamie's third race win. And he can still ride in the following race. And look, he can ride 2 more times. This is heat number 13. It's Jamie Courtney on gate 1. Gate 2 is Matt Wethers, Chris Schramm gate 3, and Derek Sneddon gate 4. In a crucial race, this one. Wethers goes ahead, and Courtney straightened up badly there, and he's come down, and he's brought down Derek Sneddon as well. I don't know what happened to Jamie there. Well, Jamie Courtney excluded from the rerun. and he's had some treatment. He's eligible to ride in the next race, with his team leading by 2 points. That could be very important. Schramm almost had a go at the tapes there, and as a result missed the start. Wethers goes ahead, but Schramm boldly goes round him on the outside. Well, now he's settling into his best form, and this will retain the lead for Oxford if he can stay there, which at the moment he looks likely to do. Wethers, I'm sure, will battle again. He came through last time, but that was when Schramm made a mistake. Wethers really going for it. Racing hard after Schramm. And a good burst by Wethers there, that gets him closer. But it's a win for the Oxford man. He's maintained the 2 point lead. Now a lot will depend on whether Jamie Courtney is fit to go in heat 14. We'll know Jamie Courtney for heat 14. He's not fit. Sam Martin comes in. He won heat 2, but he hasn't scored since that point. So we've got Sean Stoddart, Craig Branney, Blair Scott and Sam Martin, and Branney with just 1 point dropped, and Scott likewise, apart from an engine failure. But it's Scott who's gone ahead, and look at Sean Stoddart attacking Branney there. That would be a huge bonus for the Dale Devils if he can get through, but Branney's back into second again. Sam Martin's well back this time. Blair Scott clear. What can Stoddart do? With a 4-2, the Dale Devils will level the scores, and Stoddart could make it even better as he continues to bomb inside Branney. Branney's really having to work to stay ahead of him. It's keeping him busy. He's not able to give much thought to Blair Scott. He's got no chance of catching him. A very close finish with a tremendous effort on the last bend there by Sean Stoddart, just failing. So the scores are level, and we're looking at a very big last race. So in the final race, it's all down to this one. We've got Craig Branney, Matt Wethers, Chris Schramm and Blair Scott. One of the strongest conference races we've seen here all year. And what a start by the visitors. Schramm's gone ahead, and Blair Scott's into second, and Branney's third. Schramm leads the way. He's flying now. Blair Scott's after him. Oxford hold a 4-2. Wethers challenging Branney, and he's clipped him there. And the two of them have come down. Well, there's a tight one for the referee. Well, the referee's decision is that Craig Branney closed the gap just too much there on Matt Wethers, and that was the cause of the problem, rather than Matt running into Branney. It was a very, very difficult one to call, I would say. Pity that we had to have that, so it leaves just Chris Schramm on his own. He was certainly leading the first one and looked an almost certain winner, but this time Matt Wethers has made the start, and Blair Scott's cut through into second. So the Dale Devils could pull out the fire after trailing for much of the match. It's Wethers and Scott leading the way. What can Schramm do about it? I don't think he's got much chance now. He'd have to pass both the Dale Devils, and that just ain't going to happen. Oh, and Blair Scott clips the fence and comes down. A dramatic day, and it's not finished yet. Well, that one stopped as well.